And then, finally, si Kada3301 will have himself the Martis on a Wednesday. Diba? Martis on a Wednesday. And then, Yellow Flash, murag, pinaka bagay jud ani is gonna be the CC kay naamapod sila ikuan. Na sila yung option nga once nga mabaatan na dito sa once mabaatan na sa curtain call ni CC, I think it will be easier for the other team to dive in to the team fighting para lang ma-take down ang opposition. So, umano to guys. Game 1 draft has been revealed. Murag magulat na lang ta kung ano sa sila musulod sa atuang sa atuang field, but so far so good. DTR suave laban diri sa ato mga taga 5BMS ang magdula karong hapuna, and we will be determining who will be advancing dito sa ato ang pinaka upper bracket or kumbaga pinaka playoff stage nga mahitabo ugma. So I'm quite excited to bring to you this game number 1 presented to you by 5BMS. Ladies and gentlemen, mao na kini karon DTR suave laban dere sa ato ang mga taga 5BMS which will be starting by the way sa ato ang red side, and ang atong nasa blue will be ang atong mga taga DTR. So 5BMS early leash upon the Lucas. The same thing will happen para dere kay Cicada 3301, but instead he will have the fastest or the faster clear priority. Kaya marag nakauna sila dito, and mani nindot sa usa ka CC no kay early pressure you could apply it against the opposition sa imong lane, whereas the rest of Step Saints and si Creu will be fighting against each other here on the bottom side of the map. So right now, si Ropsy very aggressive with McCoy on this middle lane duo. Mudjuli ang middle lane duo that brought DTR to the 3rd place or kumbaga to the 4th place position last year sa atuang Buglasan 2025 nga esports competition. So Zyro against Yellow Flash, medyo alkansi si Zyro kay true damage maguning kakuan god kay Yellow Flash, but tuwada Ropsy Dior or Ropsy Fias will get that first blood up against Lloyd. So medyo lesson na siya para sa usa ka para sa usa ka Faramis, especially now nga matagaan ka early on, and then tuwa pod another one will fall down into the top lane as murag natay pause kay naay nag-request og pause. Okay, so very good ra jud nga naatay kuan natay tigsulti kung kanus ang pause kay lagi it matters the most nga makaano jud ma-pause ang dula, and then determine po nato unsay unsay nahitabo sa ilaha. So lag di kanang lag di jud na maklikayan, and then to na padayon nagyapon ta as we march forward and determine what will happen next as murag nawala na dito ang kinabuhi ni Yellow Flash on the top side. So great movement here by Ropsy prioritizing these side lanes, and eventually he was able to get 1 kill katong first blood kanina against his opposing mid laner nga si Loy. So in a while mag-spawn na ang atong turtle, and we will be back soon in action because we are gonna be determining kung unsay ang nilang buhaton diri as Creu will be up against Step Saints in here, but still 5BMS napa sila yung mga pwedeng tuktokon, mga yamu mo sa kinabuhi nga pwede nilang buhaton diri, kaso nga lang murag they are gonna be zoned out of that occasion rather, and still ilang buhaton dere is to try and make sure nga dili kay malugi ang ilahang mga opposing side laners, just to make sure nga dili ra jud kay mabiyaan sila when it comes to the time nga kinahanglan na kay ilang mga itemizations. Pero malagi ni advantage ni Glue basta kay makaigo siya sa iyang mga hapak-hapak o yung mga bundak-bundak that will give him opportunity nga maka-heal back dito sa yung HP nga missing. And once again, if we are gonna be looking at this one na po i-pause nga gine-request, okay, so another pause. para diri sa side sa ato ang mga sa other side nga na nagdula. So shoutouts day to PLDT. PLDC man di ay mo. Oh God. Be akong basahan ninyo mga comments na rin basin nagpabuyag na pod mo ha. Piso wifi si Puloy. Ano ba mga kuan kay mo mga sunlugan kayo mo ha. Basin wala nagapiso wifi na ano ra good siguro na timingan nga uy nadaot ang dula or unsa pa. Yati 8 ms ra pero ga FPS. Okay. Sige, na dyan na yung mga higayon nga na dyan na may tabo. But still, it's not enough reason for you to to quit kay. Lagi guys, ano pa ni, kaning panagsugod pa lamang nga ni nga na dayon mo. Hot dan og time si Puloy. Risia versus Anilov pa din sa 2025. Mga kuan kay mo ha, mga hilig kayo mo anang paaway ha. Ay mo anang paaway guys. Away ra sa within the dula, dili away nga tinod-anay gid kay friends ra tatanan dere. So this is taking a little bit of a time and murag Gina daw sabi ng mga atabs natin na naglalaro si Puloy. Very aggressive with the laning phase right now and murag. Ang pinaka-intent nila dire is to try to prove themselves nga okay, we might be down early but kaya na mo ning bawion pero to na burn out na ang turret plating ni Creo dire sa atong bottom side. So that's a little bit worrying especially para sa ila kay did you nato naman did you nato mapangita kung unsay mga ano nila or di nila makakuha ng ilang mga momentum as they move forward with that. Pero even though Zyro nanapiportal nga na abre, this time it's gonna be on the bottom lane and Saints will be the first one to fall. Pero to ang atong mga members dire sa atong 5 BMS. They will try to open things up for them and murag na commit naman po ang ilang Netherrealm and it might be danger para dire kay Zyro but he will be able to flicker out to safety. Kaso nga lang murag maputol ang ilang team fight. However, murag magpadayon nagyapon di ay as Zyro will be burned out di ay. Nga lang will be burned out jud siya dito sa atong bottom lane. So see, that's the effect of having this composition. So once nga magparames ka, imo yung ka-partner ani kay si Ses jud immediately just to find those angles nga makakuha dayon mi og kuan, makakuha dayon mi target and to na pod another one might be biting the dust real soon as murag si Ses iyang gisaniban dere ay ato ang chip kay para dili na siya makapalayo pero tuwa na pod ang ilahang Netherrealm and ang ato ang Sacred Beast has already been activated. Ropsy will try to survive with the Crimson Beacon and tuwa na bundak pa jud si Ses and one more hit para dere kay Loy as he will be able to get that killing spree. So, darito sa atong bottom side, si Creo, sakto rang pusil-pusil dito siya dire. But on the opposite side, nawala ang kinabuhi dito ni Kwanan, ni Zyro So, DTR a little bit careless with their engages. And to na po dire sa ato ang top side, they gave up another one. Oy! Hala, medyo delikado din si Ses. Medyo na kuha dyan ang iyang position dito. But still, si Kada is down to low health because of the aggression of Yellow Flash. Now, Zin will be able to secure that kill. And Ropsy, on his return pick, there is a competitive scene, will be able to secure that another kill para sa iyahang Zeus in. So, darita sa atong top side, medyo gi-open up na dyan ni Creo ang mapa. Notice that they have switched their lanes already pero to na McCoy, Circling Eagle has already been committed as well pero ang ato ang Blazing Duet is not gonna be enough kaya na-drag out ramang yapon si Step with that guiding win. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, medyo delisod ang situation dire para kay Zyro. Especially if wani na si Loy and matiming nga naka-ano siya, naka-split mode. That will surely make a difference later on. Pero tuwa na, marag banata na po nila dire si Zyro. May nalang gani na siya split na pwede niyang gamiton. So far, so good. And the items, just to check buy-in, ladies and gentlemen, kita nato dire nga pan pa kayo, kaning healthy pa kayo ang ilang itemizations. And Ropsy going with the classic build for the Zeusin nga kuha rag elegant gem tapos priority ng kuan ng glowing one as much as possible. Pero diri po sa atong other side, makita po nato nga despite the earlier disadvantages, marag nakakuha na sila og mga first item priority. And then even though nga si Creo dere medyo na bother jud siya or dili kay siya kahunat og farm, but still he is having he is on his pace to getting that second main item, which is probably gonna be the Demon Hunter sword. Pero direta sa ilalom, kita nato nga Zyro just measuring up against Yellow Flash here on the bottom side. But maybe they will have to try to figure things out later on kay na, nagasugod-sugod na po dere si Zyro ang si Yellow Flash with their interaction. And murag alcance jud si Yellow Flash basta kay makakabit na jud og tarong dere si Zyro. But Zyro has to be a bit careful in here. Kaya na naman si Ces, mag-open sila ang portal, isa may manulod ani, medyo delikado, kaya na-isolate dito si Zyro, wala na siya yung lying split, and he will explode to the damage, but 2 up pa dyan ang Blazing Duo tiktok sa backside, but Step Saints will be able to take down Yellow Flash on that occasion, and murag si Ropsy, almost taken down to low health, kaso mo return pa siya for round number 2, and that will be a 1-for-1 trade for both teams. Good engages results to better understanding or kumaga better better standing na lang, dili understanding. Lain na pag better understanding. Better standing when it comes to the conditions sa ilahang panagdula. So on that end, murag ni labaw-labaw jud gamay dito ang ato mga taga 5BMS, but immediately ang retaliation mangod dire sa mga taga DTR was strong enough for them to be able to get at least a kill. So di sila logi nga matawag. Pero si Ces dire gahulat-hulat na lamang siya nga mobalik ang iyang ultimate just to make sure nga okay, nasa lay pwedeng anhion, pero ilang pinaka-primary target nila kay si Step Saints. Marag mabira siya pabalik dire, and this could be really dangerous for him. Pero tuwa na ang ilang Blazing Duet. Balik sila dire sa My Lord because they have to fight for it. Although upat na lang ka-member ang bilin para dire sa atong mga taga-DTR, still, they have to be careful. Kaya tuwa na, nabata na sila with the curtain call, and it will be the Netherrealm as well na available para sa ilaha. Si Kada, very low on now, but he secures the retribution instead. And mawala po dito ang kinabuhi ni Zyro, and Zin will make it double on that Lord fight. So great split push activated here from 5BMS. And of course, tremendous decision on their team fighting capabilities na kung nila na-exhaust nila tanang resources just to prevent somebody from dying on that occasion. And despite all of that, ang Lord paingon nagyapon sa side there sa atong mga taga-DTR with Madara marching forward there sa atong top lane rather. So Step and the rest of the DTR crew are gonna be finding opportunities kung unsaon nila pag-capitalize ning ilahang Lord nga nasa side sa atuang mga taga-DTR. Meanwhile, 5BMS are always gonna be ready for the defense, especially if makaabre na og portal dayon si Ces, and Creo will make that initial or will make that immediate follow-up. Mananay point nga very lisod kayong i-take down ang kaning mga taga 5BMS. But di nato na masukod just because what is currently happening. Pero tuwa na nag-happen na sila ang portal! And Bakor Loy will be the first casualty alongside with Ropsy, and Step Saints will also fall. Cicada 3301, the only remaining member in here. Pops off his immortality. Wala siya immortal coil na pwedeng gamiton. And he gets decimated instead. And this could be the moment para din sa atong mga taga-5BMS. Flash step, flash combo, whatever you call it. Rasen Shuriken or Rasengan ba? As it will be 5BMS pushing forward like a real menace. Murag ilan na ning tiwason. As Zyro will try to buy some time and Loy will fall down on that one. But basag na ang inhibitor turret na sa atong top side. Ropsy forced to use that Crimson Beacon just to give chase to the members of 5BMS. But all of them will have safe voyage. Papauli sa ilahang base. 5BMS, malagi na dangers of having the chip integrated into the lineup, ladies and gentlemen. Once nga, di ka kabalo, asa dapit pupunta ang chip or asa dapit magsugod ang chip, dito na dyan mo, matagaan o kalisod-lisod. Still, naragyapon ta sa point nga, okay, murang natay mga resets na pwedeng buhaton, natay mga opportunities na pwede natong masik as it will be the second Lord that will spawn in this match number 1 of Group C action this afternoon. Cicada 3301 will start things off with this one. Kaso, si Ropsy and the rest of the other teams as well will try to figure things out before sila eventually mapitas. Antuan na si Ces with a concealed play. Tuwa na pa na yung portal! This could be really dangerous as it will be the Netherrealm that would save the ball. And Step Safe will fall. Pero wala na po din si Cicada 3301 but it will be still a 2-for-2 kill or trade para sa ilahan. It will be Zin that will secure the retribution. Ropsy being given chase by Yellow Flash, and just like that, his life will flash before his eyes, and Creo will win it all para dire sa 5BMS. Grabe ang team fighting nga ginapakita dito sa ato mga taga 5BMS, resulting to that crucial victory that they did have. And makita po natin na dire sa atong post-game stats, ladies and gentlemen, na Zin flawless in his MVP performance as the Lucas. But I also have to give credit to the sub-MVP which is gonna be Ces. Very crucial yung kahit yung mga portal nga na-abre to the point nga it was the second to the last portal that really opened things up para dire sa DTR, and eventually that last team fight we're in nga Lucas, and of course para dili ma-counter pod ang Lucas, kuha sila dire og kani nga to ang kuan ang ato ang Valentina. So kulang na lang dire sa ato mga taga DTR. I think a decent jungle will help their composition outlive ang sa mga taga Elite. But Lemord will be their final decision. So manato tong draft for match number 2. A loss for DTR means they'll be out of contention, but a win for them would spice things up para dire sa Group C. So I suppose this will be the case at all. A super tournament will begin shortly sa ato ang match number 2 for University. Dili na siya Group A, Group B, Group C. Universe C na siya, guys. Nga na nato akong paragtawag ana. But kita masinato ira nato na kung unsay ilahang unsay ilahang baga playstyle ani nga gamiton nun as we are now set and ready to go dire sa ato ang paragdula for these two teams. As you're now gonna be able to see Mad Vapors Elite start out on the blue, and it will be ang atong mga taga DTR on the red side. So, murag early aggression will help either one of these teams. So, Welly Boy being assisted by Scopas is a thing kung kinahanglan dyan nilang makuha dire. Especially now nga, if si Welly Boy maulahi gamay og farm, that will be disastrous for them. Meanwhile, there is atong mga taga Mad Vapors Elite. Makita nato nga si Rapsi nahapakan og Star Shatter si Mirana on that occasion, but he will be able to heal back. And cute kay lang tao ng mga minion ng tao, guys, ha. Panganay silang shuriken, no? Panganay yung shuriken ng mga minion, which is a cute interaction between these two units that we do have sa MLBB. Tungkol yun sa Naruto collaboration, but oy, makita nato McCoy na tidal strike siya ato, so medyo nakuha niyang HP, but he will eventually be able to recover from that loss. And instead, the aggression gikan diri kay Leaf is still continuous to ang iyang electrifying beats, and medyo delikado ang kinabuhi din ni McCoy, and they are starting things out pretty hard para diri sa side sa ato ang mga taga Mad Vipers Elite. However, parang ilang ginadaiva na diri sa Scopas, almost taken down. The Star Shatter will be there, but the pause eventually will arrive. Patakabalo asa or kinsa ang request ng pause, but still ulat-ulat ta kay naay mga issues nga ma-encounter mga players. Di na malikayan, guys. Issues encountered, mga technical problems to be coming out of the blue, or mukalitrag lag ang mga dula-dula, mga funny games at least. So I think we're all good. Gina daw ingon diri ang atong mga taga Mad Vipers Elite, but still Scopas medyo delikado yung kinabuhi, and he will be falling down for the first blood. So wala na siya kalingkawas, medyo delikado po ang standing diri ni Leaf, and he will try to find a way nga maka-eskapo as fast as he could. Roxy medyo alanganin ang ilang standing, but could be na ma-upset ni nila. They will be able to extend the series, and tuwa na po dito sa atong bottom lane as Zyro was able to take down Leaf, but Welly Boy instead gets the retribution for the first turtle of the match. So Super Mozart laban dere kay Nathan ni Step Saints on the top side. It actually means nga if ever manggani ma-prolong ni nilang dulaa, it will all come down to the timers nga ilahang sa ilahang mga perspective nga dula. But still, Step Saints on the top side medyo in a bit of a rush. Ika nga ang ilahang ginabuhat. Kas Zyro meanwhile against Scopas is pretty much the same thing. He's having a hard time kung saan niya pag measure up ani, pero to na take down na for the middle lane kay wala na pod nakapalag diri si Ropsy. So maybe mo niya itong ginatawag nga pagbalik sa dula nga jitters kay oy puro man natong mabis ang mga kills, and Zyro meanwhile on the bottom side was able to take down one, pero to na si McCoy ginatabangan na og upat diri sa atong top side. Ang atong Astral recall gikan diri kay Fayaz will be able to hit the 4 members diri sa ato ang mga taga Mad Vipers Elite, as it will be Leaf that will fall down as well, but make it a double kill para diri kay Cicada. Instead, the shutdown from Welly Boy will be imminent on that occasion. Kuha pa yung Rapsi dito ang Little Wanderer. So Scopas having a really hard time diri sa ato ang bottom lane. Speaks volumes kay murag lag dagoy si Scopas. I don't know about it. Murag ang iyang movement is not dili jud pulido as an XP laner as of the moment. But only a few seconds left before mag-spawn ang ato ang turtle, and this might be the call na ilang pwedeng himuon. However, delikado kinabuhi diri ni Scopas. Yet again, the third kill para diri kay Zyro on the bottom lane, and medyo delikado ang ilang standing if this pattern continues, as it will be Cicada 3301 being able to secure the retribution for the second turtle. And labaw diri ato mga taga DTR, ha, makapalag-palag ang ato mga taga DTR, but onto the top side, Super Mozart delikado right under his own turret, pero the ultimate will secure the kill para diri kay Super Mozart for a 1-for-1 trade, but it will be the implosion from McCoy to try to buy some time. But not enough time will be bought for him. Wala na siya ka-flicker out. And instantly, ang mga panag-away, wala diri, wala dito. Bisag asa na lang. Pero tuwa na po, murag mapitas na guard diri si Step Saints? I don't think so. Still, sa atong bottom lane, medyo delikado ang kalagayan diri ni Step Saints. He will be forced to use that last insanity out para malang naipakonsuelo nga dili siya ma-take down ni Wellyboy o ni Scopas. So item check for both of these teams. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuned in, murag pa Sky Piercer build man dagoy ang buhaton dari ni Mozart, if I'm not mistaken. So he defaults from the classic Kimi build. Kuha din siya og Sky Piercer just to match with the intensity nga pwede i-offer ni dari ni Step Saints. Although si McCoy, nakita siya na napabulaan dito sa ato ang kuan. Sa ato ang Kimi, but here on the bottom side, medyo delikado din si Zyro. One more dash, gikan kay Wellyboy. Marag cooldown man ang ihang mga dashes, but it will be Mirana with the kill instead, and it will be secured by the Valentina dito sa atong panag-away. Meanwhile, on the top side, Step almost clears or removes this turret dire. But timing kayo ultimate ka gilapag dito ni Super Mozart, but this time they have the last second implosion, but it will not do any wonders at all. Kasi Super Mozart, sakto ra gyud ang iyang panag-clear dire when it comes to maybe the decision making. Mudud na yung pinaka-importante nga factor. As it will be ang ato ang mga taga DTR or ato mga taga Mad Vapors Elite that will be able to secure that turtle, but the implosion has been used instead, but mamawala po si Mirana, and this time the last insanity will also be available. Super Mozart given chase and alanganin yung kayahang HP on that occasion as another one will fall para diri sa ato mga taga Mad Vapors Elite, and this time McCoy very late on his implosion. 3-4-2 in favor diri sa ato mga taga DTR. Meanwhile, Wellyboy still finding ways kung unsaon niya pagkuha ang saktong timplada kay nay instances nga ang electrifying beats ni Wellyboy murag ra pod ba? Murag dili enough nga maabot or daghang dili enough nga daghang maigo sa iyahang electrifying beats kana para ma-correct nato ang statement. Also, na-instances po nga si Super Mozart will be a little bit behind when it comes to committing with those engages or kumaga following up sa mga engages nga gibuhat sa iyahang mga middle lane o sa iyahang roam. Still, a match-up between Wellyboy and Zyro. Maragbigay na lang siguro ni Wellyboy ning sa bottom lane kay Zyro is poised to push this one down. But cross-map play is imminent para dali sa atong mga taga Mad Vapors Elite as they are now gonna be able to take down the top turret as well. Astral Recall committed by Ropsy to scan for information. Very vital yung kayo ng information finding. But tuwanag yun na nila og set na si Mirana, and Mirana will be the first one to fall in this team fight. However, ang electrifying beats ni Wellyboy will be damaging as Ropsy will fall down as well, and McCoy will follow suit. Last insanity committed here by Zyro. He still has the immortality though, and Super Mozart will try to fly away, but it will be the immortality being popped off, and mawala na si Sikara 3301. Zyro has the Firaga armor on his hand. But I think it might not be enough for him. Kaya ginalagas-lagas siya direct kay Wellyboy. And it will be an official wipeout para dire sa atong mga taga Mad Vapors Elite. They start things off dire sa atong Lord, and immediately wala patumpik-tumpik pa, humanon na, makuha pa. Wala na karesponde og tarong dire ang atong mga taga Mad or atong mga taga DTR rather, as the Sky Piercer para dere kay Super Mozart. I was a little bit questioning his decision upon the Sky Piercer kay supposedly bagay ra yung bagay ra yung Sky Piercer if you were with the if you were ganing heavy damage skill, pareha ng ka-Granger, pareha tong let's say usahay layla gani nga Sky Piercer tungod sa iyang kuan tungod sa iyahang auto attack damage, but let's see kay things might unfold in here para dire kay Super Mozart, especially if mahatagan siyang blue buff. Ay, that is very difficult para sa ilahang side. So, Elite and ang atong mga taga-DTR are still gonna be positioning themselves well. Ang una jud diring makita nato si Don McCoy. Siya jud mag-una-una jud og pwesto diya para makakita siya og saktong implosion nga pwede niyang ihatag. Pero oy, galupad-lupad dire. It will be the Tsunami Slam, but this might be a dangerous Tsunami Slam. Kay Burag ilang itagarong opportunity sa McCoy makagamit og implosion. However, nana dire si Scopas and he doesn't know the situation at hand. And Cicada 3301 will be giving chase. Naa sila kagalingon nilang implosion, but it will be disaster para dire sa ato ang mga taga Mad Vapors Elite as they are forced to retreat, and it was a 3-4-0 para sa ato mga taga DTR, and Leaf will be caught. Kisunog ang dahon dire, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my mistakes from left to right ang nangahitabo para dire sa atong mga taga Mad Vapors Elite or Elite rather, dili esports. Esports have qualified naman di ay. Still, they have to consider their options right now. Kung sa man ilang angay buhaton para ma-stop ang bleeding, para mas siguro lang okay pa sila diring dapita. Mozart o si Leaf will be the ones to engage eternally with this battle that they do have. Pero si Leaf, oy, makuha niya dire si McCoy, pero delikado sila if the implosion will be in the right place and then in the right time, as Leaf will sacrifice his own life on that scenario. Still, buhi na gyapon dire ato mga taga DTR, and they are fighting hard. They are fighting back. Kay di man makapitalize nila ang makuha ni Mirana usahay na implosion. So late game implosions really do matter, as it will be McCoy again with another implosion, and most of them will never know the situation as Scopas chasing Stub Saints, but he will eventually fall. Hello, DTR are still fighting back thanks to these implosions by McCoy, but di boto iyang naong digto at Super Mozart and Leaf against the 4 members dere sa ato mga taga DTR. Zyro will be giving chase, but ang ato ang kabayo nga si Cicada 3301 will also be here. The flicker will be there, and murag ang immortality will also be gone, as it will be the DTR side showing what they are truly capable of. Halaka, diya na nagsigugod. Wala nakakuha og implosion si Mirana, and he was supposedly the one to cancel out there si McCoy. But great defense from the side of Mad Vapors Elite to prevent this Lord push and to prevent any towers from exploding, except sa ato ang middle turret dito. Murag nga itong mga taga-DTR, they will rely heavily upon Zyro's performance later on. Kaya siya ang pinakagahi nga membro aning ilahang team. And right now, Welly Boy, murag mawalaan pong effectivity ang usa ka Joy once nga ma-implosion or mapangitaan og pamaagi kung asa siya dapit pangitaon. Still, nonetheless, the star shattered dire kay Ropsy starting to hit like a mountain. You're gonna check closely. Kita nimo dire nga the lightning truncheon being available para dire kay Ropsy will actually make a difference para sa ilaha. Manibuhaton dire sa ato mga taga DTR ron. Sabay sila sa pag-freeze og lane, pag-freeze og wave. As such, they would want to only control the momentum towards their side. Di sila gusto nga, oy, makikialam ka pa ba ha? Oy, may nga pa dyan ka ha? Still, oy, there is atong bottom lane, medyo delikado as it will be another team fight, and as well, Cicada will use his Winter Crown to buy some time, but he will be falling down. Right now, wala pa kadool din si Don McCoy, but Lucas Niscopas will be able to spot them out, but McCoy preemptively uses his ultimate para man lang masalbar siya dito, but instead, Willy Boy will be giving chase and 2-0 para dire sa ato ang mga taga Mad Vapors Elite. Na? Oy! Naigaw pa dyan sila ang saktong bala, and it will be Zyro that will be taken down. My oh my! What are they doing? Hala ka! Supposedly DTR are on up front naman on top, but McCoy will be forced to use his implosion again, but na may immortality there is a leap. He can buy some time. Mozart will fall down, and Mirana will try to give something out of nothing, Arol, kasi si Cicada ba naman na imong kontra. Still, if he will have his ultimate back online, murag makuan doon niya ni, makopya niya ang kabayo dito ni Lemord, but Ropsy on the middle lane will fall down, and Mirana survives the tribulation. Cash out na ko, no? Unsa man eh, dawa man na out. Crash out or cash out, as it will be Lord Madara here on the middle lane. What can DTR do to defend this push? Para na ako, they will have to rely more upon the setup ni McCoy. Kaya siya, John, ang magdikta sa tanan! And wala na ka-Sacred Beast form, there is a Scopas, pero medyo alanganin kayo ang ilang entrada ato, as it will be Cicada to win against Welly Boy onto the top side, pero Zyro will still be giving chase towards Mirana on this occasion. Pwede siya mag-last insanity just to take him down, but naapa may dashes dari si Mirana. Kompleto pa ang mga membro dari sa DTR. They could actually force things out and make it even better for them. Still, ang mga membro dari sa atong mga taga Mad Vapors are adapt at defending. But McCoy will start things off with a concealed play, superposition para direct kay Step Saints, and he will commit that single ultimate. Pero medyo delikado ilang pwesto kay Mirana po implosion man, and it has been a back and forth affair for both of these teams as the Sacred Beast, his Copas, has been activated. Welly Boy on the backside. What na po dito si Ropsy and Welly Boy. Wala niya ma-takedown dere si Zyro, as it will be the last insanity nga makakuha pa dyan ng enough damage. And it was a 3-4-2 trade in favor dere sa ato ang mga taga DTR, and make it a 4-4-1. It's only gonna be Welly Boy ang mahibilin. And Step Saints and Cicada 3301 will do their job to push this one out. Leap of Welly Boy, what can you do? What are you willing to do? So atras will be their call, but it might be a different scenario once nga tanan nila makakuha na og saktong timplada. Saktong timplada, what I mean is saktong usage of their ultimates, of their abilities. You are gonna be able to see now ilang mga itemizations, and DTR ang mag-una-una dire sa ato ang Lord Madara. No contest at all para dire sa ato mga taga-Mad Vapors. Sa salado, implosion will land true. This time, Mozart would be the primary target, and he will be falling down. Last insanity gikan dire kay Zyro. It will be not enough, as it will be the knockups gikan dire ni Scopas. And ladies and gentlemen, Zyro will be tanking all the damage. Hangtod mo abot dire si McCoy. He still has the fleeting time though, and Zyro is still alive. How is he still alive? being chased by Scopas, the over-aggression, and he gets punished on that occasion. Grabe ka naman diha. Zyro. But Lord Madara, ang ilang kinahanglang i-defender ginatulod na ni Makoy ang mga minion just to make it easier for them to clear. And ang electrifying beats din ni Maliboy will not do any wonders at all. Kaya napalayo kung tama dito si Roxy. But they have to be careful. Kaya naana na rin si Super Bouncer! And another explosion! This time, 2 members ang mawala para na rin sa Mad Vapors Elite! My oh my! The resets and the star shatter in your face! Mojo yung isulting dito ni Roxy. And another one! How many resets ang naadiri para kay Don McCoy? But still, he has to be careful as it will be Cicada 3301 overreacting, extending as Mad Vapors Elite are still alive. Pariyara na dito kay Zyro kanina nga bisag unsa na ang ginahapak-hapak ni Scopas. Di gyapon matarog. Og tanan sila dire mo barog. DTR knows unsa kadako ni nga match. Kabalo sila unsay dapat nilang buhaton dire. Kabalo po sila nga if they lose, it will be over for them. Bahalang ma-drag out na ang oras. Bahalang ma-drag out na ang tanan. Ayaw lang jud i-drag out ang mga taga-DTR. Kasi po, Zart in this top lane, sakto anay ra jud iyang paggamit diri sa iyang mga iyang mga abilities just to make sure nga everything will be enough for him. Kapan pinaka-problema nilang pwedeng atubangon kay kaninjong si Zyro. Now, it is the 5th Lord. And murag naapat yun sila inindot ng angay buhato dere as Sleep will be the first one to fall. Very nice usage. Kikan dito kay Don McCoy. But still, buhay pa man dere si Super Mozart. He's healing. He is getting all out of it. And murag Welly Boy will commit with his ultimate. However, porag wa nagyapon sila kasuklan dere as it will be Super Mozart, the last remaining member, and ang atong Astral Echo, Astral Recall, o kung sa pa niya nga evolved in the stars. Ladies and gentlemen, DTR force something out of the Mad Vapors Elite. What a way to end that one para dere sa atong mga taga-DTR as we witnessed how good their gameplay was. My oh my. 23-minute banger para dere sa atong mga taga-DTR as they were able to secure the victory and shake things up para dere sa ato ang Group C. You thought it was all over, but it was never gonna be over. DTR with an upset win over Mad Vapors Elite. So this warrants us to take a break. Kinahanglan dyan nato mag-break kay para ma-internalize nato mga panghitabo. We'll be back by 4 p.m. to witness the last game in the group stages. Can Mad Vapors Elite even make it more interesting, or will it be ang atong mga taga 5BMS nga mosulod dito sa playoffs? Go with the Granger or magharit sila? Para na ako mas mubagay ang Granger. Kay naa siya mobility as a marksman. But flexing ang ginatawag dere. Or kumbaga napakita tanan ni Mozart tanang available skins niya sa iyang hero. Grabe ka na, Mozart. But it will be the final pick, which will be eventually the Granger para diri sa atong mga taga Mad Vapors Elite. And right now, crucial game for either one of these teams. Kung madaog ang atong mga Mad Vapors Elite, they will have a better position sa ato ang parang dula, but they have to make it fast. Kay victory time or match victory time atong basihan sa atong tiebreaker in case of a triple tie. But ang atong sundon, if makadaog ang 5 BMS, they will have the bigger chance of having a better standing there is sa ato ang panagdula karon as we transition over to the Land of Dawn, ladies and gentlemen, for the last game of Group C in this afternoon. Wala pa'y safe and sound aning grupuha as 5 BMS. They have to secure that victory over the other para man lang mapatunayan ang ilahang sarili. But greatly siyang ginabuhat diri ni Ses in order to make things easier para diri kay Zen. Meanwhile, si Welly Boy Pod nakakuha og assist gikan diri kay Leaf, and this will be crucial for them. Kay si Simple on the top side, yang buhatan diri is to try to clear things out and maybe stop the bleeding as much as possible. Gusto na. Sa pakanay na si Simple o si Scopas. Good afternoon diya kay Mayor Tantio. And good afternoon to everyone who's currently watching there sa H2O Emperor nga page. Stu, meanwhile, having a hard time. Kay lagi giuna ang baby time. Joke lang, Stu. Here on the bottom side, makita na nato ang matchup between Creo and Super Mozart. Kinsa kahuro ang mas mulabaw ni Ani. The win condition here para dire sa atong mga taga Mad Vapors Elite is to finish it before the 23-minute mark, or to be exact, 23 minutes and 05 seconds mark, in order for them to be able to carry on dito sa playoffs. Tawa na Nindot kayang ginabuhat na rin ni Stu, enforcing his will upon the other players. And maybe they will start things off beautifully right now as marag si Zin. Masettle na lang sila nga dili mo kuha og objectives as it will be Mad Vapors Elite that will go with the first objective. Kuha nila dayon dito ang atong turtle, and this might be really difficult for them if they don't know exactly what they are gonna be doing as it na-request for pause. Na-request for pause. Gikan kay Jamuel. Or kay Mr. Leaf, rather. Okay, so na-adyo the way internet connectivity issues kay same po na dire sa PLDT na mo, guys. Waiting for the moment nga maingon nga sila nga Gina kay lagi dili ta ka buot kung unsa ilang mga pambuhaton dire, kabuot kung unsa ilang mga ay i-execute dire. But still, it's gonna take a long time. Kay murag wala pa jud naka reply ang atuang mga taga ang atuang mga taga Mad Vapors Elite. So nadyo na ni sila extended technical issue or nadyo na other issues encountered. Shout out sa mga bag-unang lantaw diha. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so we're back in action, ladies and gentlemen. And murag na-resolve na daw ko yung issue gigikan dere sa atong mga taga Mad Vapors Elite. Still, they may buy a lot of time in here kay medyo lisod kayo if they are not gonna just lie around in there and wait for any opportunity that will come their way. Especially right now nga, aggressive kayo ang movement na rin is 2 and he just wants to take down the opposition as fast as he could. Marang i-tower dive ni Radiri si Loy, but great star shatter just to avoid that one and murag ma-implosion pa dyan dito si Stu, but it will be the ejector gikan dere kay Leaf that will save him from disaster, but they will re-engage and 5 BMS are having a hard time so far. Murag ma-enter na dere si Simple and it will not be a simple matter para sa ilaha as 5 BMS will lose 3 on that engage, but still will fly out with the thrusters and murag dili na sila musukol pa. This might be the best thing that has happened to them so far. Ang atong mga Mad Vapors Elite has started out really hot in this last match. However, Welly Boy has to use his shadows out. Kay lagi, alanganin niyang situation dito, but Skopas will be left exposed in here. However, he could definitely win this battle against Simple kay through damage. Ang bit-bit ni Skopas dere, naabot na po dyan si Still just to assist him and to stop the tracks of Simple from making any sort of a comeback paato. So, another turtle is available and this time, sugdan na rin sa ato mga taga Mad Vapors Elite. O gunsaon nila pag-take down ng opposition. As it will be the retribution gikan dere kay gikan dere kay Welly Boy, that will ensure nga, oy, amuha na dyan ng turtle, wala na yung makahipang-hilabot ana, pero tuwa na po si Welly Boy onto the backside, as Loy, ay, si Loy, wala na ka-eskapo, ang atong Star Girl. So, different scenarios warrant different tiebreaker rules. Ang tao na to, kung makadaog ang Mad Vapors Elite, they will surely have the advantage moving forward. Especially if they won at an earlier time. And right now, wa jud kapalag dere si Creo and they will have to back off instantly. But dere, si Stu, alongside with Welly Boy, mang-invade na sila og blue buff. The Astral Recall will hit at least 3, but mawala dere kung unang si Zen as it will be the only shadow kill gikan dito kay Welly Boy to maybe slow things down para dere sa atong mga taga 5 BMS.
Blue team turret has been destroyed.
Right now, they might try to find another solution para dere sa atong mga taga 5 BMS as tuwa na po, another ejector play will be committed and this time, Simple will be forced to use his flicker out. Naana po ng curtain call para dere kay Skopas, but Mozart will have the final say. Guba gyud ang ilahang rotation once makakuha na jud og momentum sina Mozart og si Skopas. Astral Recall will not do anything at all as Creo will give up his life here on the bottom side. Pero, uy, delikado dito si Leaf. He got taken under the turret dito. Sa mga membro dere sa atong mga taga 5 BMS as the curtain call will put into position si Zin and Simple and my oh my, automatic turtle na para dere sa atong mga taga Mad Vapors Elite. As it will be Mad Vapors Esports starting things off beautifully there is sa atong bottom side. And sana lang ka-turret, make it 2 turrets in a row para dire sa atong mga taga Mad Vapors Elite just to ensure nga They will finish with the fastest time possible. Ana. Another astral recall. Still, walay follow up. They know the information, but what will they do with the information that they have gathered? Kaya ang pakay na rin sa atong mga Mad Vapors Elite to finish it as fast as they could. To secure at least a top spot and even a playoffs position para sa ilaha. Right now, what is currently happening is kita nato nga very much indeed in control ang atong mga taga Mad Vapors Esports, although we could not say na makuha na jud nila ang victory, but still if we do have a win probability metric same as Dota 2, mopabor jud ni siya sa Mad Vapors Elite, as we are now also gonna be able to check their itemizations. Karon pa ta naka-item check ha. So kita ninyo dire nga glowing one for the Kimi is katoldo na siya, pero na-I conceal play nga pwede i-commit rin si Sass, and it will be Stu that will fall down. However, Simple will also be the next casualty para dire sa ato ang mga taga 5BMS. So 1 for 1, dili kay successful ang implosion dito ni Sass, but still they were able to grab one, and it was Stu ang ilang napatay on that occasion. But still, Welly Boy and Super Mozart
Red team has slain the
are
Lord.
poised to take the first Lord of this game. 9 minutes in. Time is ticking. Everyone is sweating a lot. And what could be the scenario in here? So we are now going to be able to see their itemizations back again. Murag si Stu, active radyo gapon as this Kimi. You have to ensure nga makaano sila, kuha sila og saktong implosion para diri sa atong mga taga 5BMS. Kay nagahinahinay nagmarcha ang atong Lord gikan diri sa atong bottom side. And tuan na po, nisunod na si Selly Boy onto the backside, or Welly Boy, rather, nahimo na nung Selly Boy. Reminiscence of alter ego days nga kusgan pa sila. But conceal para dire kay Leaf,
Blue team base
they
turret
might
has
be
been
able to
destroyed.
find one. However, lalabay na din. No! Dire si Simple! And it will be the implosion play para sa ila. However, 5BMS are scrambling like they have lost everything in its path. With Super Mozart down, it will only be Stu nga ilahang murag pseudo marksman ani. But Zen will fall down to the hands of Welly Boy. Oy, upat pa ang membro nga buhay dere sa ato mga taga Mad Vapors Elite, and they have the opportunity to do the funniest thing, finish it off, and maybe somehow get the top spot dere sa ato ang group letter C. Universe C mag-ingay as we head on to the crucial tiebreakers later on. Grabe. Kita ninyo dere, they finish it 10 minutes and 58 based sa ato ang tiebreakers. Wow! What a victory para dire sa ato mga taga Mad Vapors Elite as they were able to tie things up, and of course, maguba gyud ang adlaw ninyo. Kay everyone is 4-1